Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for NFL week number 6. As always, we have 5 of our best game picks. A 6-leg going for Glory Parlay, the tradition like none other. And Loop, a couple touchdown scores sprinkled on top. We appreciate each and every single one of you joining in on the other side of this screen. Drop a like, drop a like, drop a like. And welcome back to the best sports betting show here on YouTube. Loop, you're overseas in an insane asylum, something like that. What's going on over there? The connection's bad. You're at the local McDonald's.
Could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Yeah, I'm on dial-up internet. We're week 6 of the NFL season, and that's the important part. The weeks go by fast.
Show must go on.
Fast. They're going by too fast. We're a third of the way through the year.
I know. Loop, if you could, can you slow down these weeks, please? I'm on my hands and knees begging.
I'm working it. Why do you think I'm out here?
Well, we gather here today to find winners, and there's no better part in doing that than diving into game pick number 1.
Yep.
Loop, we're going to London. I think you're nearby there. I'm trying to track you down. I don't know where you are. Broncos,
right out there.
Jets. Obviously, we set the stage. The Broncos coming off an emotional comeback victory in Philadelphia, handing the Eagles their first loss, and maybe now have broken the Philadelphia Eagles after what we saw Thursday night, the worst night of my life, worst sports night ever of all time, shambles everywhere, pain everywhere. And then they're going against a winless New York Jets team. What's the worst that could happen in London this week? Sean Payton 2-0 in London, never lost in London, undefeated in London, and now we're staring down the barrel of a 7.5-point spread.
Yeah, I'd like to say, first of all, I'm hot. Since last Sunday, I've hit 6 of 7 bets, 6-1. 2-0, I think.
They're calling Loops the professor. Loops is out of his mind.
Is that what they're calling me? Yeah, and actually today we agree on all 5 picks. I wanted to disagree on a couple, but sometimes we gotta agree, and that's just how the cookie crumbled this week.
I'm so happy that we can come together as one. Maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. Who knows? Loop, how are you feeling when we're waking up, opening our eyes Sunday morning, can barely even see straight, and watching a football game overseas? What's the thought process here?
Stop betting on the Jets. Stop betting on the Jets. Stop betting on the Jets. But I can't quit them.
The definition of insanity: continuing to do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I think they're the most hungry team in the NFL. Give us plus a touchdown and a half, please. Feet don't fail us now. New York Jets overseas. We know it's a week-to-week league. How poetic would it be if, this game ends up being way closer than people expect after just a massive win, like we said, a comeback win, down 14 in the fourth quarter, going against the Eagles. Now you go across the pond. It kind of feels like there's a little fluke shit winds blowing around over there in London. And, so, yeah, with that being said, game pick number 1, give us the Jets plus 7.5. It's not where we want to be. It's where we have to be in London. It might ruin our day to start our Sunday. I hate these London games, but, it's what we have to do. Our hands are tied, I guess.
Also going for 3 in a row in London. We had the Steelers over the Vikings, then we had the Vikings over the Browns. Now we got the Jets. Giants cover and win as 7.5-point dogs Thursday night. Jets cover and win as 7.5-point dogs on Sunday morning.
MetLife back. All right, game pick number 1, Jets plus 7.5. Let's fire down the line to game pick number 2. I'm just thinking to myself, Loop, it's so hard still just talking about other football games, talking about this NFL week after what had taken place last night.
All right, put on your big boy pants and quit being a bitch.
All right, that is true. Seahawks, Jags down in Duval County. Look, after, once again, we lay out the red carpet here. Coming off losing in the Pacific Northwest against the Tampa Bay Bucs, they now have to travel down to a very magical place. Something in the air, something in the water down in Jacksonville. Liam Cohen and the boys are 4-1. They get the Friday Night Lights win over the Kansas City Chiefs, prime time on the national stage on Monday Night Football. Now we have a sketchy, short little line at home between the Seahawks and Jags. Loop, we've seen recent times, the numbers are showing us the Seahawks have been better on the road than at home. I saw a little tricky stat that recently, under Mike Macdonald, when the Seahawks have traveled south to Atlanta, to Carolina, to some of these other states down there in the southern part of this country, they're 6-0. Something to do with the time zone down south. I don't know what the hell's going on. However, Loop, who's not betting the Jags in this game?
Just beat the Chiefs, coming off a massive win. Seahawks just lost to Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. Darnold with a bad pick to end the game. Jags seem like the right side.
I feel like this is the perfect spot where we put on the suit and tie, buy low, sell high. We've said it before. We'll say it again. Look, the Seahawks defense last week couldn't stop a nosebleed. And that has to change in this game on the road. We've seen the Seahawks, for some reason, struggle at home. They lose to the Niners and Brock Purdy. They lose now here against the Tampa Bay Bucs at home. They've gone on the road and have gotten the job done in Pittsburgh. They got the job done in Arizona. And now we're staring down the barrel of a little spread between them and the Jags. Look, that was a fool's dream. The fact that the Jaguars won that game, the Jags. It was a magical night, like we said. We took the Jags. It was a glorious night. But there's just something about this game when it looks like a rat, smells like a rat, usually is a rat. Let's not forget, this Jags defense have gone every game up until Monday Night Football with 3+ turnovers. Then on Monday Night Football, get the pick 6. Just like everything has been rolling in this ball club's favor in the National Football League. It's only a matter of time. Give us the Seahawks on the money line to get the job done against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And also, don't forget, 470 yards of offense from the Kansas City Chiefs in that Monday Night Football game. It's like they kept going up and down the field, up and down the field, up and down the field, and it just did not work out. All right. We have to remember that Loops is at the local McDonald's trying to do this. Let's continue on down the line.
Last 4 games, 31 points, 40 and 35 against the Bucs. Fuck.
We're weaving them. Shut that window behind you. There's too much Wi-Fi being let out. Bengals, Packers, 14.5 point spread. Yep. It's time for game pick number 3. Luke, you're coming off the bye. You're now going against a quarterback who already has seen this secondary. Now he has a couple of weapons. I know me, you, and a couple DoorDash drivers are on the offensive line for the Bengals. But this is a spread that Spencer Rattler in Buffalo got. But now, like, the disrespect, I feel like giving a 2 touchdowns plus a hook with this Cincinnati Bengals team. This isn't a team that's incapable of doing anything. This is T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, and Joe Flacco now stepping under center. Maybe a new light, something to see at the end of the tunnel. They're not dead yet. They're a 2-3 ball club going to Green Bay. Look, I know the environment is tough. I know LaFleur's career numbers are unbelievable against backup quarterbacks. I know LaFleur is going to be in his bag, but you as a Green Bay Packers fan, give some thoughts here on this ball game.
Yeah, actually, when I first saw the line, I was like, you got to take the Bengals. Packers aren't going to beat anybody by that many points. But now I've started to kind of scare myself because who in their right mind is laying 14.5 points against the Bengals, especially now that they have Flacco and the line hasn't changed. So now I'm getting a little scared that the Packers, maybe Vegas knows something we don't, and Packers are going to lay the wood and win like 38-3.
Yeah, I'm now getting worried that the fact that we put this game, this sleazy game, in our 5 best bets is now also worrying me, because now there's actually buzz around the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's usually when we put on our tinfoil hat and go against the crowd and against the narratives, you know?
Yeah, who wants to lay 14.5 in this game?
But I feel like everyone, as of late, if you've been betting on the Bengals, you're not a happy camper.
No, I know.
So if people have been betting the Bengals, they're probably maybe getting in bed now with the Pack, coming off the bye, coming off the tie. I mean, there's a bunch of sleazy games. I texted you about this, and I said, do we want to put the Dolphins +4 in there against the Chargers? Do we want to put the Panthers +3.5 against the Cowboys? Do we want to put the Saints maybe +3.5 against the Patriots? All these road favorites are getting the crowd all horned up. The Patriots of the world, the Cowboys of the world, the Chargers of the world. I think some of these sleazy short home dogs are going to once again bark this week because everyone's getting in bed under the sheets, under the covers with these road favorites in sleazy, sketchy spots. But Lou, yeah, we're taking the Bengals +14.5.
I'm switching my pick. I want the Packers.
You want the Packers?
Yeah.
Hey, that was your wet dream. That's what you wanted. You wanted at least one pick for
the
us
old
to
bait and switch.
Go head to head.
The old bait and switch.
Loop is so fucking sharp now. He's got his sharp pants on, and last week he had his tutu on, getting all cute, and it ended up working out, dude.
You love the thought of me in a tutu. All right, let's move on.
Game pick number 4. The 49ers going down to Tampa. Obviously, they have the mini bye. They come off the game of their life, beating an in-division rival in the NFC West. Mr. Shanahan takes down McVay on the road on a short week, prime time, in-division game. Now they go to Baker Mayfield's house where it is all sunshine and rainbows for this Bucs team. 5 games, a movie script, each and every single one of them. Ball in the hand when it matters most with Baker Mayfield. Crowd chirping him. Crowd lighting a spark under his butt cheeks. Baker just getting the job done time and time again. And now a Niners team coming to town. Loop, I'll let you go because I feel like I have my finger on the pulse with this ball game.
Yeah, I think we've been fading the Bucs, and it's getting scary. But at the end of the day, they've been trailing, I think, in the last minute of every game they've played this year. And somehow they only have one loss. Been playing with fire. Like last week, they probably should have lost to the Seahawks. Sam Darnold deflects the ball off the guy's helmet. They get the ball back, kick the field goal, they win. It just seems like a great spot to fade the Bucs. But I said the same thing last week, but I do like the Niners here.
Look, this game comes down to one thing and one thing only, and it's Robert Saleh's defense. If he can come out and have the boys get up once again, back-to-back on the road, like he did in SoFi last Thursday night, I think this team has a real chance to win this ball game. The poise and the consistency of Mac Jones right now under center, and as long as number 23 is behind him, this team can do all things. Nothing is impossible. They'll make the impossible turn possible. Look, Baker Mayfield coming off a straight-up win the following game when he's a favorite. He is 2-9 against the spread in his last 11 starts. So Baker as a dog barks loud. Baker as a favorite, a little sketchy, also kind of similar to a trend. The Seahawks and the Bucs are very similar teams with very similar splits, with very similar gentlemen under center. My narrative here is the Bucs have been better on the road than at home. They looked a little more sloppy at home against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we've seen this team pull miracles, rabbits out of the hat in Atlanta, in Houston, in Seattle, and now they come back home against now a defense who's kind of getting the wheels turning after Liam Cohen went after Robert Saleh losing at home. Look, Mac Jones is in his bag. This is going to be the game of the week. I find a seat on the couch. This is going to be incredible. Give us the Niners. Plus the 3 points, plus a field goal. If this narrative is true that Baker Mayfield keeps, have to have the ball in his hands in the final minutes of the game, hopefully we're up 4. So at the very least, we're pushing. We're walking out of Tampa with a push.
Or up 1 or 2. Or up 1 or 2. You lose by 1 or 2.
Yeah. Or he goes down, kicks a field goal. Whatever floats the boat and keeps it, sailing in the right direction. Give us the Niners plus a field goal. And for our 5th and final game pick, We're going to get tucked in Sunday night. Carrie Underwood. America's game of the week. The seesaw of a season thus far. Chiefs are dead. Chiefs are back. Chiefs are dead. Chiefs are back. Now they come off losing the primetime game down in Duval just to have a silver platter sitting right in front of them to get back on track, get the wheels on the fucking wagon. Prime time at home in Arrowhead, welcoming in the big bad Lions, who seem to just beat every team by 30 points, and they take the belt out and smack it on ass. Luke, thoughts?
Yeah, I said it on the early week leans. Chiefs are going to be coming off a loss, and they're going to be the perfect spot to beat the Lions on Sunday night, and I'm sticking to my story.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, Luke, you might just go 5-0. You know, the way this program's been going, and the way your Uncle Mo, good old Uncle Mo, momentum rolling into week number 6. I feel like you have something cooking in the kitchen here. I also like the Kansas City Chiefs. We're not going head to head here. I will ride or die. Maybe I think I'll stamp this. My favorite play of the week, the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line. Kansas City Chiefs -2.5. Look, the Lions, this stat has continued to go, and we talked about this trend 4 weeks ago, after they put belt to ass against someone, I forget who. The Lions, after scoring 34-plus points and winning the ball game by 4 or more, are now 19-0-1 against the spread the following week. We saw when they bent over a barrel the Browns, then the following week they bent over a barrel the Ravens, and then they've done it 19 straight fucking times. And now here we are once again. That trend is sitting on the table. They are 19-0-1. Some look at that like, hey, this is going to continue, and some look at that and say odds are on our side. We're due for a cover to be blown. And
yeah, last time they played at Arrowhead, who's coming off the Chiefs Super Bowl, Lions win. They're not going to win 2 in a row in Arrowhead.
Yeah, no one wins 2 in a row in Arrowhead. Give us the Chiefs on the money line. Chiefs -2.5, and let's get to what everyone has came and gathered here today for. Are going for glory. 6-leg parlay. The tradition like none other. Luke, I think this might come home once again this week. We've done it before. We'll do it again and again and again and again and again and again. I mean, I keep asking myself, who has it better than us? NFL, week number 6, 6-leg parlay. It's like right here, right now. The time, it's now or never. Plus $1,000. $100 brings home over $1,000. You can put these 6 teams in your pipe and smoke it. Loop. You want to give leg number 1, or do I do the honors? Do you want the honors? You do the honors, dude. It's your bowl.
Leg number 1. Leg number 1, we're going with the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Browns. They're going to get to 4-1. Somehow Mike Tomlin's doing what he does every year. They have a negative point differential, and they're 3-1 and number 1 in the division. Don't lose to the Browns. Help keep it rolling.
Yeah, you simply cannot drop this game in this spot. Maybe Vegas might know something. The fact we were talking about it earlier this week that the AFC North favorites to win the division are still the Baltimore Ravens. This would make sense if somehow the Browns pull this off, but there's just no way that you go to the Steel City with Dylan Gabriel under center after playing overseas and get the job done. We need this Pittsburgh Steelers defense to step up in this spot. Steelers money line, Steelers money line, Steelers money line. I also saw something that the Browns have lost 7 straight, or like 8 straight in Pittsburgh. And that day is not going to come today. Give us the Steelers on the money line. Luke, leg number 2, we're going to go right back to it. Give us the Colts on the money line, the gift that just keeps on giving. I saw that Kyler Murray didn't practice a couple days this week. Heads are falling off over in Arizona. Head coach gets fined $100K for slapping Mr. DeMarcado. You know, I'd say there, let the boys play. That was an appropriate action from a head coach who's literally ready to jump off a bridge. But neither here or there. We have one franchise who's in shambles. We have another franchise who, when they play at home, the punter doesn't see the field. This is actually the old matchup between coordinators in Philadelphia, Jonathan Gannon, Shane Steichen from the Super Bowl team that they lost to Kansas City. Give us, in this matchup, the Indianapolis Colts on the money line. Leg number 3, Luke. It's on a silver platter. We like this one. It's a sketchy. I mean, Loop looks like his place is on fire. Loop might have to be tapped out. He looks like he got pixelated and he's in Minecraft now. Loops. All right, well, I think Vegas is trying to cut off Loop's Wi-Fi because he's been so hot. I'll just take the reins. Leg number 3. There's not a hungrier team in the National Football League who needs to see one go through the hoop than this week. The Las Vegas Raiders against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans coming off the most unbelievable comeback fluke shit win of a game you'll ever see in the National Football League. They're not winning back-to-back. Brian Callahan is not winning back-to-back. The Tennessee Titans aren't winning back-to-back. I think there's only been a couple quarterbacks. Cam Ward became the 4th rookie quarterback in NFL history to come back from behind 18-plus points or more. It's him, Andrew Luck, Matthew Stafford, and John Elway. And all 3 of the other quarterbacks the following game got belt to ass. Cam Ward, it's not your day, unfortunately. Congrats on your first win. But the Vegas Raiders get the job done. Loops, you're back. Oh, Loops is dead. Perfect. We're halfway there, all right? The show must go on. The horses don't stop. They keep going. Leg number 4, they see one go through the hoop. Holy hell, Loops. You're coming in and out like a demon's whisper. Give us the Rams on the money line. They're getting a mini bye. It's a nice little bounce back spot to go against Cooper Rush. I think the defense is going to smother that cat. I think the Rams are going to get the job done, get the train back on track against this pathetic, gutless, cowardly defense of the Baltimore Ravens. Give us the Rams on the money line for leg number 4. Leg number 5, we're going to go back down to Duval County and take one of our favorite picks of the day with the Seattle Seahawks on the money line. Everyone goes left. We're going to go right. We're going to put on the suit and tie, buy low, sell high. Give us the Seahawks on the money line to get the train back on track, land a plane down in Jacksonville. And for our 6th and final leg, our favorite play of the week to get tucked in on Sunday Night Football. Feet do not fail us now. Give us the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line. So Steelers, Colts, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks, Chiefs. Fellas, that's a 6-leg parlay for NFL week number 6. I don't see why not. You miss 100% of the bets that you don't place, and this one feels like it just might come home. Let's get to our final segment. No loops, no problem. Let's deliver 4 gentlemen to find 6 NFL week number 6. Here are our 4 touchdown scores. Look, last week, this was 2 for 4. A little bounce back. Jaden Daniels ended up not getting frisky with his feet. We liked the Commanders in that game. He ended up not, finding the end zone, finding 6. Krosky Merritt had himself a day, player of the game. He was over the moon just to talk to Tom Brady. Love that kid. Touchdown score number 1. Down in Tampa Bay. It's the San Francisco Christian McCaffreys at this point, alongside Mr. Mac Jones. Give us Christian McCaffrey, CMC, for an anytime touchdown going against this Bucs defense. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. Leg number 2. I guess it's not leg number 2. We're not parlaying these. If you want to get frisky, you can. Touchdown score number 2. A lot of points are going to be scored inside between the Cardinals and the Colts. We then look at the offensive side of the football for Indianapolis. Give us 8-4. Mr. Tyler Warren, tight end, always open. We love rocking and rolling with this man. He found his first touchdown of the season a few weeks back. We're going to go back to the well. Give us Tyler Warren. We were so high on this man going into the season. We're going to continue to ride with Tyler Warren. Love this man to find 6. NFL week number 6. Touchdown score number 3. Fluke shit coming down the walls in Miami. We're in South Beach. They're welcoming in a very bruised up, injury-prone Los Angeles Chargers team, both on the offensive side of the football and the defensive side of the football. We're going to go on the Dolphins' offensive side of the football, going against an injured Chargers team. Give us Devon Achane to find 6. Look, he's their Swiss Army knife. They were actually moving the rock on the road. They go up 17-0. They blow that game in Carolina last week. They come home. Mike McDaniel's fucking head is on the chopping block. His balls are on the chopping block. It's now or never. No Tyreek Hill. It's Mr. Waddle. It's Mr. Achane. Show us Devon Achane to score once. He might score twice. It might be one of those games when you check the TV, that corner game when the Dolphins are giving a little bit of fits to the Los Angeles Chargers. And for our fourth touchdown scorer, a team who's looking to, once again, a nice little bounce back spot, a nice little get right spot. I don't know, honestly, anymore if that's even a real thing in the National Football League after what I saw last night, and if there's any implication from Thursday Night Football to what's ahead on NFL Sunday for week number 6. It's going to be an absolute roller coaster of an emotion. However, we go to Baltimore against that defense I was just talking so much shit on, and we're going to go right at him. He's already scored multiple times this season. We've rode him before. It's hit. We've also rode him, and it's not. Give us Davante Adams, vet on vet crime. With him and Stafford in Baltimore, Rams are going to win. Davante Adams is going to find 6. Puka Nacua is going to be butt naked up and down the field. But when it comes time for the red zone, give us Davante Adams to find 6. Well, fellas, you know, we got what we needed to get done, and it wasn't pretty. However, that is honestly kind of symbolism of what happens in the National Football League. It doesn't always have to be pretty. However, if you get the job done and get the win, it's all that matters. It's not easy to win in the NFL. We can take them when we can. So we gave our 5 game picks with the Jets, the Seahawks, the Bengals, the Niners, and the Chiefs. We gave our 6-leg parlay with the Steelers, Colts, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks, Chiefs. Our 4 anytime touchdown scorers with CMC, Tyler Warren, Devon Achane, and Davante Adams. Fellas, don't take a single weekend for granted in the fall, whether if it's college football, NFL Sunday, no parlay left behind. We only have 7 days in the week to go for glory, and Sunday is a pretty good day for one of them. We appreciate you. We thank you. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.